and welcome to Tuesdays with Terry. It is so cold that I will be sitting here all day with my electric blanket on full heat, with my jammies, my fluffy socks and everything, fighting for my life to get a heat into my cold old bones. But I'm going to write. I have my tablet here. As soon as I can brace coming out of my little nest, I'm going to do some writing. I promise. So a couple of months ago I downloaded this app onto my tablet called Novelist or something. I've never used it before, never even heard of it. But pretty much the first step of it is to go into my document where my book is and take it out chapter by chapter and put it into Novelist so that I've got the chapter broke down into chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, what I've got so far. And I'm going to use this app to write the book now instead of using the app that I usually write, just to see if it makes it easier for me just to focus on only seeing one chapter at a time so that I can break it down easier. I don't know how to explain this better, but if I'm looking at the big picture, I'm not going to be focusing on the little bits. Do you know what I mean? And I genuinely haven't looked at this document in so long, so I have no idea how many chapters there are. So I'm just going to work away at this and I'll get back to you when I've moved it all, okay? I'm going to listen to my book while I do this so that I don't have to listen to the voices in my head telling me, "You're tired, go for a nap, you don't want to write today." Because they're already there. I need them gone. Does somebody, anybody, want to tell me how I managed to write 20 chapters and a prologue? Are you seeing that? Are you kidding? I have to read all of that before I can start writing because I don't know where my story went. Because I've not read it in over a year. 21 chapters? I might not even get to write today because I'll have to spend the whole day reading my previous writing. Oh my god. Anyway, I got a watch strap delivered today. It's a pink one. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's so pretty. I am not going to be wearing this to work because my current one that I be wearing to work is covered. It's dirty. This is supposed to be cream. Look at it. This is the colour it's supposed to be. I don't know if you can actually see it on camera, but it's covered in dirt and stuff like that. It needs a good wash. But I will not be wearing this pink one to work because it is far too cute to get it dirty. So it'll purely be days off and stuff. But it's so pretty. I'm actually obsessed with it. Anyway, without further delays, I'm going to start reading. Wish me luck. Okay, so I'm reading this and I'm noticing spelling mistakes and oh, I haven't put a space there. So I'm fixing that as I go. But I know that I've edited the first couple of chapters prior to this, so I'm just trying to figure out which ones I've edited and which ones I haven't. It's pretty easy right now because the first few chapters that I've read are actually readable. I have no idea what I'm going to come across when I get to the later chapters that I haven't read since I wrote them. But yeah, I'm just deciding to pace and just get it over and done with, just read as much as I can. I'm on chapter 4 at the minute. I've only been doing this for 10 minutes. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. So last night I got to chapter 13, right? And chapter 10, chapter 11 and chapter 12 were a little bit short. So I was just this needs a lot of work, blah, blah, blah. That was my note for myself. I got to chapter 13 and I nearly collapsed in shock at how bad it was. It took me until chapter 13 to literally have to put my tablet down and go, where was I going with that? That is not right. That is insanity. Who even comes up with something that bad? So yeah, I gave up yesterday after chapter 13, literally nearly destroyed my life and put me 6 feet under. But yeah, it was going well. It was going well until chapter 13, which needs some serious work. I haven't even given it a first draft status because it is that terrible. So I'm gonna need to fix that months ago. I'm gonna have to fix that tomorrow. Oh my god, I can't even string together sentences because I can just keep on picturing it in my mind and like having flashbacks, like PTSD flashbacks of how bad it was, and I was just like, what? So I finished chapter 13. I pretty much had to rewrite the entire thing, and then I gave up because I started to feel sick. And I entirely blame this on my bad writing. But I haven't wrote in a couple of days. It's also Monday. This video is supposed to be going out tomorrow. And I've been too sick to film anything. So I'm just going to tell you about what I've been up to. Which isn't much, but we'll see. So while I've been fighting for my life, again, because apparently I'm just always sick now. I never used to get sick and now I'm just sick all the time. But while I've been fighting for my life, I've been watching The Last of Us playthroughs on YouTube. And I don't know if you remember from I think it was my last videos, I was talking about how I wanted to watch somebody play it. I found videos on YouTube of walkthrough of the full game, no commentary. Gorgeous. Because sometimes I just need people to just shh. You feel that? Like sometimes I need myself to shut up. But sometimes when I'm playing a game, I just want to hear the characters, you know what I mean? So I've been treating it like movie night. Extremely long movie night. But I'm on The Last of Us Part 2. And I'm about 3 hours away from finishing it. But yeah. And I would rewatch them. I've thoroughly enjoyed them. I would rewatch them. It's literally like a reward. The only thing about it is that the person that I'm watching play, they're good at the game, obviously, but they're more like a stealth player, but the edits I keep seeing on TikTok are people who are crazy, actually just mayhem, and that's how I love to see Ellie. And so if I could find a no commentary full gameplay video, it's one video, so the entire game is in one video with no commentary. That's why it's so great, because I don't need to click around looking for part 1, part 2, whatever, right? But if I could find somebody who did a full walkthrough, no commentary, but Ellie is beast, that would be too good to be true. But a girl can dream. If anybody knows of any Last of Us Part 2 specifically, let me know. It's really hard to string a sentence together. I'm so unwell. I'm doing my absolute best. Continuing with the life update, I haven't touched a physical copy of a book in a couple of days now, which is really unlike me. But I've been listening to an audiobook for Blood of Hercules, which I'd saw on TikTok, and I trust TikTok recommendations as far as I can hear, which isn't very good because I'm very deaf. So I don't trust TikTok recommendations because I have been absolutely by TikTok recommendations before, right? So I trust them as far as I can throw them. But I had the book. My friend was like, I read this book, and I'm like, how was it? And she's like, it's a great book. So I was just like, okay, why not? So before I even read the first one, I just decided to get the second one. Just because if I liked it, then I've already got it, whatever. And I listened to the first half of it, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so boring. And then I've got to the end, 30, 40% maybe, and it's great. It should not take that long for a book to interest me, but as somebody who does not DNF books except once in my entire life, I would have listened to it, I would have finished it regardless, do you know what I mean? I have read some absolute... My book, for example! I need to stop remembering that horrible chapter because it's making me depressed. Forgetting the fact that I have an absolute cheek to talk, but saying the book is great is a bit of an overstatement because there's it's really boring bit, really, really good bit, meh, kind of mid bit, funny, And there's like a couple of like funny jokes in there. Like there's one line in that book that actually had me howling in work. It was, a man was talking, so I stopped listening. Hilarious. Hilarious. That's probably the reason that I had the book to be on, like, in the first place. I saw it on TikTok, saw that line, and I was like, give me that. So, yeah, so I'm doing well. I'm probably going to finish it tomorrow. I don't think I've got very long left on it. But yeah, that is where I'm at right now. Fighting for my life, still reading books, trying not to think about mine. I'm watching The Last of Us because I have such an interesting life, don't I? Just a really quick floor time today because I'm in absolute agony, so being on the floor is actually hurting me really bad right now. But thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, please, and I will see you next week.